So good day, everybody. I have had more than one person ask me to cover something that's a little less expensive than what I have covered so far. People have been asking me my thoughts on some of the more entry-level mountain bikes, so I thought this was a great time to cover the Giant Fathom. So I was supposed to race this past weekend, or whenever this video came out. I was gonna do the finale of the Rock Hill Crit, but with the coronavirus, they have banned any gathering of over 100 people, so I'm not really 100% sure when I'm gonna be able to race next. It's kind of sad, but I know it's all for the safety of everybody. But I know you guys have heard enough about the COVID-19, so we're gonna jump to the Fathom really quick. But first, if you have any bike that you would like me to cover, the brands that I have access to, like Bianchi, Salsa, Giant, Orbea, GT, like any of the brands that I can get a hold of a bike, just let me know. I will give you my honest opinion on it, and I'll just try and do a video of it. I'll throw it up on the scale, see what it weighs, and give you my honest thoughts about if the bike is a good deal or not. So you can leave that down in the comments below. But besides covering bicycles like this, I also do a few how-tos since I work on bikes all the time, and I do cover the races that I compete in. So if that sounds remotely interesting to you, feel free to hit subscribe. Let's quickly move on though. I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's go behold the beauty of the Fathom. All right, so today we are going to be talking about the Fathom. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the Fathom 2. I know I've got the bike in the wrong direction. I should be showing you this drive side out. That is the proper way, but the way that we have this centerpiece here set up, it's on the other side. The lighting is much better here, so get over it. We're going to be talking about this bike. I think this is a beautiful bicycle, especially for the price point. So this one, in my opinion, is the best bike you can buy on the market for an entry-level mountain bike. It retails at $1,200. Now, a lot of people, when you really first start looking into bicycles, think $1,200 is way too expensive for an entry-level mountain bike. You can start with something like a Talon. The Talon from Giant retails for around $550. In my opinion, that is your first actual starting point for a mountain bike, but it is a few generations in technology behind. So when you get up to this $1,200 price point, this is where you start getting everything that is modern. This is where you will not be behind on anything as far as the technology goes. So this particular model is the 27.5-inch version. I'm not gonna go into the difference between 29 and 27.5. That would be an entirely different video. We could spend an hour on talking why I think one is better than the other for certain applications. They both have their place. But for an entry-level bike, most of the time the people buying this bike aren't wanting to go out and crush records, win the national championships. So the 29 version of this bike has a 100mm fork. This one has a 120. This one also comes with fatter tires. It's a 2.6 tire on this guy versus the 29er has like 2.35s. That's why I lean a little bit more towards this one for somebody just getting into mountain biking. So it does come with SRAM SX. That is more of an entry-level component group when it comes to the modern stuff, but it's still 12 speed. So you've got this dinner plate on the back of it for your easy gear. It's a 1x12. So there's one gear up front and you got 12 in the rear. Nobody's really doing like 13s. I guess Rotor's got some, but that's another video as well. So the fork on this thing is an SR Suntour. A lot of people in the States anyway aren't super familiar with SR Suntour, besides that they do entry-level components. From what I know, over in Europe, they do a lot higher end stuff and always have, but over here they have really been relegated to like sub $1,000 air spring forks, cheap stuff. They've started bringing over their nicer stuff. Knock on wood, like I have had no problems with any Suntour forks. I think they're a great value for what they are. This is an air fork. Air meaning we can adjust it to your body weight. If you're 140 pounds, we'll adjust it for that. If you're 170 pounds, you can adjust it on, with a shock pump. It's variable. It's not like when you buy that Talon at 550, it has got a preset from the factory spring in there. And you can do the preload, but that's it. There's no really dialing it in. So that's nice. It's also got a through axle that really stiffens things up on the front. That makes it modern. I do love this through axle system. It's pretty intuitive to use. You can push it through. It's a lot quicker than the threaded design of like RockShox and Fox. Longevity wise, I haven't had any of these actually break before, but that doesn't, I haven't personally ridden this through axle system for 2 years straight for me to confidently tell you that it's, gonna be better than a RockShox or SRAM, but as far as how it operates, I think it's awesome. In the brake department, this thing does have, I think they're Tektros on there, so that's a little bit lacking. Tektros have never failed on us, they work, but they're not the name brand Shimano that everyone has grown to love so much. It does come with a dropper post on it, so you're getting a little modern there, if you're into the whole dropper thing. So when you are comparing this particular bike to something like, like the Bianchi Nitron that retails at $2,600, the only thing you're getting is really a lighter bike and a stiffer bike. Stiffer meaning like power transfer, not so much that the Bianchi rides more harsh. But everything else, like that Bianchi's a 12-speed bike. Yeah, this is a 12-speed bike. It's got an air fork. The Bianchi's got an air fork. So what I'm trying to say is at $1,200, you're getting all modern components on it. The frame is going to be an aluminum frame. So yeah, I think that's about all that I can say about this bike. I do like this color better. The other one's more of a black on black color. That's just more traditional. I don't know why I like the sand stuff. I just think it looks kind of cool. And like I said, the difference between this and the 29, that is more of a personal preference. But if you are just getting into the sport of mountain biking for an entry-level bike, this is much more trail-oriented than the 29 version. But it's a personal preference. I think the 29er retails at the same. It's $1,200. Oh yeah, one last thing with the Suntour fork. People do love the little built-in fender. That's just something kind of cool that only Suntour's been doing on their forks. All right, so enough about the actual bicycle. Let's actually put it on the scale, see what it weighs for a bike that retails at $1,200. Yeah, we'll move on from there. So in my opinion, any bike that is under 30 pounds, especially at this price point with the bigger tires, with a dropper post, that's a good solid weight. And that, my friends, was the Giant Fathom. It is a beauty to behold. So I'm not 100% sure when the next race is that I'm gonna do. I've got a few videos planned at a few of the local trails, but everything has been put on hold with this whole COVID-19 stuff. I'll pump another one out in the next week. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.